Uh, Hello, welcome back to another video. If you enjoy, please like and or subscribe, your choosing. Today we'll be talking about different religions. No, I do not have a script, so wish me luck. So today we'll be talking about religions. There's different religions, but one of the ones I want to tackle today is, please forget the name, Relicism. If you have any suggestions for the religion name, please drop in the comments. So Relicism I think it's similar to monotheism, where there are multiple relics that are all worshipped and praised in different ways. There are different offshoots of the religion. Some only worship different relics, some worship a group of relics, some worship all the relics. And then another offshoot of it worships the entirety of the relics, but treats them as if they have souls in them and different. It's really cool though. They worship the relics as if there's gods and goddesses in them, as the Greeks and Romans did to their gods and goddesses. Which makes it a little complicated because with all these different offshoots, different communities of shelp, because Relicism is typically a shelp identified religion, but Vikran, other, I'm losing my mind, other intelligent species will also worship the relics. The relics were created by monstrosities and Hecates before the Great Collapse, which the Great Collapse is a massive event which happened in the past. And due to the Great Collapse, it caused a separation between the monstrosities and Hecates, causing them their dimbles to control their mind in a sense, and cause them to hate each other. So after the Great Collapse, there was a massive war between the two, and then they separated into separate continents, very far away from each other, and then they have not interacted since, but since the Great Collapse, the relics were scattered around and either shattered, hidden, or kept in very good point. There's an isle in the planet. It's about the center of the planet. Not really center, but it's... I'll get one of the maps done, and then I'll get the full map done, and then I'll show y'all. So, after the Great Collapse, the isle where the relics were held, that kind of became overgrown and was just concealed from the world, so nobody knew directly what happened to the relics. The few that do know what happened to the relics, they have the relic and they position it on a certain like rock or a certain area where it could be worshipped outwardly. And other areas, they hid them to protect the relics because they want to protect the souls of the gods and goddesses that the relic held. So Relicism is the main religion in the world. It holds a lot of power, even though it's just a religion. But it's kind of like the Christianity of the world. So if that's a simple way to put it. It's a well-known religion that is spread out through multiple communities and cultures, and in this case, species. But then there's also other religions that poke here and there. There's no direct community that is welcoming to other religions, sadly. They're not as accepting as we are. They don't accept direct difference. So if you were born in a community or a village as a shelp, if you're born in a community or a village that worship the relic on water, then you were sworn to that relic. And the only way you can get away from that relic is that you... I'm drawing a blank. I apologize. is that you leave the village to another village and swear to that relic. It's it's kind of it's one of the main reasons why Sindrin went on his original adventure to find the world and explore the world, because he wanted to get away from that village, the village he grew up in, because the village he grew up in swore an oath at birth and later in life, kind of like baptism, but they swore an oath to the relic of Earth. But that relic, he was never drawn to that relic. So Sindrin left the village after years of criticism and hate for not swearing to the relic, even though he was sworn. It was the first words he spoke was that swear to the relic. But that's kind of like how some, I think it's Baptist, that baptize their youth. It's kind of like that, where it doesn't really mean anything, but it means something to the parents. I greatly apologize if I offend anybody for getting any religion topics wrong on the real word religion. I massively apologize. I know religion is a touchy subject, but this is a subject that my world catches on and is important for world building. So that's why I include it. Personally, for me, I don't like to talk about religion. It's a really touchy subject for me, but I'm talking about a fantasy thing, so I'm fine with it. So yeah, if you guys have any better names for relicism, please, I beg you, drop it in. I have zero idea what to call it. What is it? I have it written down somewhere. I need to find it. It's in the religion. Syndrism is the religion based upon Sindrin, which he's his own mess. I need to do a video just separate for him. Jeez. But Sindrin is, this religion builds up years after, actually not years, like centuries after Sindrin's dead and gone, where his story of his adventures and all that became a myth, and most cultures use him as one of those scary stories you tell your child at bed to, keep him away from doing bad things. Just like, oh, if you do this, Sindrin's gonna come take you away, and stuff like that. So it's a very scary concept for them, for the shelp, years after his coming. But Syndrinism is an offshoot of Relicism, where they do worship sin, but then at the same time, he himself, in their eyes, became a relic. So they do worship a relic, but it's not the right reasoning, I think. I hope. I want to go deeper into that one when I do the video about Sindrin. I want to explain more about him. I want to go into depth with him there. Now, Artheism. Artheism that's the complete solid name of it. I'm not changing it. Artheism is the main religion of the Anthras. Anthras are bird-like creatures that, they're more upright, bird-like. They're intelligent creatures. I think I'm going to do a video later more on them, but I want to tackle their religion. Why I'm still on this video? Because I don't want to talk about religion again. I really don't. So Artheism is, again, a monotheistic religion. They worship many different gods and goddesses. There's two distinct sides of this religion, and it's the night side and day side, because there are different cultures within the Anthras, where some of them are more nocturnal and others are more not nocturnal. I don't remember the word for that. The nocturnal side, their main god and goddess is Azra. She is let me put it written down again, but I don't know where. Yay. I only have 4 of their goddesses done on the night side. I have 3 done on the day side. So Azura, she is the Arthean goddess of moon, night, devotion, peace, and love. She manifested as one of the moons. Actually, no, she manifested as the sky, and then through the sky, she gave birth to the stars and to the moons. Don't have the moons yet done, but I have one. They call him one of the stars, Agape. Agape is the Arthean god of love. I plan on sharing the designs later on different platform because, that's the best I can do. Then there is Nit, the Arthean goddess of night and sight. She's another one of the stars. But some fun fact. So each of these gods and goddesses gave something up, gave what the god and goddess of up to the mortals. So Nit, as she is the goddess of sight, she gave up her sight for the mortals, so therefore she is blind. So, yeah, it's really cool, and I feel like that's a really cool concept that she gave up her sight for the mortals. Like how he gave up his love for the mortals, so the mortals can feel love. Azra, she gave up her children, which her children, again, are the stars and moons. Then there is Sly, or Vi, as some of them pronounce it as. Vi is the Arthean goddess of devotion. She gave up her ability to be completely devoted to something, to the mortals, which is, again, very sweet. And it sounds a lot sweeter than it actually is. So she can... So... And then there is the day side. The Etheria, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Etheria, she manifested as a day sky, and she gave birth to the suns, and then the clouds, and everything else that is typically referred as day. Some things here and there don't really line up, because some things are kind of reversed and positive. The night is perceived as more positive as the day. So Aethera, she is the Arthean goddess of sun, light, heat, work, and lust. Lust is a very interesting fact because lust is more of a negative idea to them, they put it more on the day side of things instead of the night side of things. Then there's Senju. I don't remember how to pronounce words. He is the Arthean god of blood and heat. His story is that he was originally a pure white Antherus, but then he decided to give up his blood to the mortals, so that caused his feathers to become blood red. Another really cool design. I'm definitely planning on sharing him on a different platform later, but I don't feel comfortable crossing the platforms right now. And last but least, there's Embert. Embert is the Arthean god of lust. He gave up his lust to the mortals, which the mortals would rather go without it, but at the same time it causes a more of a rolling of events, which eventually helps the race in a total. I don't know what to do with the minutes. Day side, there are two sides. Yeah, I don't. Those are the three religions I had a plan to talk to. Those are the two. Maybe I can go more into Syndrism, or Syndrism total, or I can go to the Antherist. You guys decide. Enjoy the rest of the video. I'm gonna leave you guys to your lonesome. Please watch the rest of the video. I hope you guys enjoy, and have a wonderful day. See you maybe next week, my next video. Bye.